Asia. For over 50 years, a high-speed economic success story. First Japan, followed by the Tigers, Korea, Hong Kong and Singapore, then the biggest of them all, China and India. Now another generation of Asian economies looks to succeed where others have gone before. These developing countries are becoming known as the frontier economies, the centerpiece of a new economic dynamism. For many officials, the term Frontier Asia has become a matter of pride.
Yeah, I think it's quite satisfying and reassuring to us that our efforts of the last decades haven't gone in vain. From a low-income country, we are progressing ahead and the world is now recognizing it.
For others, Frontier Asia is a designation that does not quite fit how they see their place in the world.
If you allow me, I like to tell you that I don't like very much the word frontier economy. Frontier sounds like suburb outskirt. I would prefer new emerging economy.
It is a varied group. Farming countries, island countries, and landlocked countries. Over the past 2 decades, this group of about a dozen nations has seen rapid growth averaging over 6% a year. They have in common aspirations to move up the development ladder.
A frontier economy is basically an economy which is a least developed country, but which has shown all the potential that it is coming out of that status to join the normal developing countries.
Officials from most frontier Asian countries recently gathered in Thailand to compare experiences with the IMF and Japan's development agency. A generation ago, Bangkok was just emerging as a modern capital. Now it's the setting for a discussion of the challenges its neighbors face. The list is daunting.
We have technology, but that needs a lot of upgradation, and perhaps countries like ours are always deficient in capital. So whatever efforts we make to mobilize resources, ultimately we have to inject fresh capital from abroad, either in the form of aid or say in the form of investment as well.
Cambodia has a troubled past, and since 2 decades we are rebuilding, rehabilitating those physical infrastructure. A lot have been done, but still we need more road, we need more bridge, we need electricity, because if you don't have those basic infrastructure, you cannot talk about growth.
For some countries, progress toward emerging market status will create new challenges in the area of financing.
A key domestic challenge they will be facing is to enhance domestic resource mobilization, because they will no longer qualify for concessional foreign assistance. Most of these least developed countries have a very narrow tax base, and their tax revenue as a percentage of GDP is most probably below 15%.
Some countries are blessed with natural resources that can make a huge difference in their development. Take Timor-Leste, which shares offshore gas fields with Australia.
It's very fortunate for us to have that, because it gives us the necessary revenues to be able to finance our budget. So what we've done with this bonus is we created a sovereign wealth fund, so that often the revenues are above and beyond what is necessary for the budget of every year. And therefore what we do is we put all this money in a sovereign wealth fund, which we invest.
Then there is the need to ensure that growth is inclusive, so that the fruits of development are shared equitably. Here the support of the international community will be essential.
Ultimately, the policies that we hope will deliver high growth and sustained growth and inclusive growth require support domestically and regionally, And I believe that greater regional economic cooperation helps countries deliver that consensus.
The challenges for Frontier Asia are complex and sometimes difficult, but other countries have made this transition, and Asia's developing countries are well positioned to take pride of place in their region.